I just want to give you instructions for today's activity. We are doing our Korean Peace Conference debate. Obviously, we can't do it with everybody together, so I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what this looks like and what you need to do in order to get full credit. So I'm going to switch over to teams here. I'm using period 4, although period 5, you also have exactly the same setup, so it's not going to look any different. When you get to your period, okay, you are going to find the Korean Peace Conference debate. You're going to click on that. That will bring you to this page, which shows you the 3 questions that were our roles. What you are going to have to do is respond to each of those questions, regardless if that was what you researched or not. Because of the research you had to do, whether you were a historian or those others, you probably have a pretty good idea of how your country feels about each of those topics. Do I expect you all to have great details in every single one of those questions you respond to? No, I don't. Obviously, if it's something you researched, you're going to have a little bit more details, and that's fine. But you do have to respond to every single question. And it should be a couple sentence response about what your country thinks should be the answer. Okay, so you're going to click reply. The very first thing you have to do is put your country. So if you're the United States, you're going to put United States and then whatever your reply is. Okay, that's really important so that others know what country you represent. Okay, I'm not going to actually submit it right now just because it'll mess up everything. And I don't want you to be confused. The other posts that you are responsible. So you'll be responsible for a total of 4 posts overall. Yes, it can be more, but 4 will be the minimum. Okay, the first 3 are answering these questions. Okay, so 1 post per question. Then, okay, you're going to have to come back and you are going to have to respond or reply to a classmate's post. Okay, make sure that the person you're replying to is not part of your group. Okay, because it doesn't make sense to agree or disagree with your group members, right? And hopefully you're not disagreeing with your group members because that wouldn't make sense. So you're going to pick somebody from another country, okay, and reply directly to that person. You'll see the post underneath and then just hit reply to that person, okay? And you have to do that at least once. It can be any question topic, but you have to reply to them. It can be I agree, but do not just put I agree, right? You have to explain why. Why is this a good idea? Add something to the discussion. If you disagree, you have to put a counterpoint. Why is this not the right idea? Why is this a troublesome idea by the other country? Okay, so the quality of your posts are super important here. This activity isn't going to take you an incredible amount of time. Chances are it'll be really quick for you. You'll have a couple sentences for each question, and then the hardest part is going to be waiting for your classmates to contribute. Certainly you can go back and forth, and I encourage you, if you want to reply to more than one person, you certainly can. It's not going to get you extra points, although it does put you in what I'm going to show you now, the rubric, it does put you at a higher total. So this activity will be worth 10 points. The first 5 are your frequency of participation. Did you meet all 4 post requirements, right? Did you answer each question? Did you respond to at least one of your classmates? Okay. The second half of it, in the last 5 points of the 10, are based on quality of contributions. So does this reflect sophistication? Is it relevant to the topic? Because if you go off and you're talking about something that has nothing to do with this, you're not getting credit for that. Was it a yes or no answer? Because if that's the case, you're not getting full credit for that. I will make sure that this is posted on the post that I put this video on. That way you can take a look at it and see, but this is how you will be graded. I realize this is completely new, and to be completely honest, because I'm learning as we go through this too, I don't know how easy or well this is going to work, but I definitely want to try it, and this is a chance for you to be interactive with your classmates. We may not be able to be together in person, but hopefully we can still have some discussion amongst us. So that's the activity today. If you have questions, please message me. Do message in the general and not the actual conference, because that's going to get too confusing. So when you get to your post, it's not posted yet because I haven't posted this video. Just put your questions on there. That's where I want to answer them so that if somebody else has the same question as you, they too can see your answers. As you've noticed, I've been very quick with responding to things the day of our actual meetings, which are Mondays and Wednesdays. I want to remind you too that on Friday I will have office hours from 9 to 11. During that time period, I'll be very quick to respond to emails and messages you may send. I'm also going to let you know on Thursday, but I'm going to try and get a video conference up. It'll probably run around like 9:30, 10, and it'll be 20 minutes where if you want to hop on and you have questions, we can actually video conference. But more details will appear tomorrow. I don't want to overload or get that confused with what we're doing today. Okay. One other small item that I've kind of been noticing. Listen, I love that I'm getting late work, but if it is an assignment, if it's on Teams in assignments, you need to submit it on assignments. Do not email me your work. And the reason is this. With us doing those long distance learning, I am literally getting hundreds of emails in a day from students, from administrators, from my colleagues and other teachers. I can't easily access your work. And I might remember as I first open up the email that you've sent something, but then when I actually go back to grade it, I have difficulty finding your email amidst that hundreds of emails. So the best thing to do would be this. Submit it on assignments, then send me an email stating that you've submitted it on assignments. Because I'll remember that you submitted it, but I won't be able to find the email if you actually send it an email. So that's kind of minor. Here, I can actually switch to this. That's kind of minor, but I wanted you to just be aware of that because I'm not going to put grades in if it's an assignment. If you're having technical difficulties, always reach out to me. I will try and get them, straightened out for you. And if I have to accept it in email, that's okay, but it has to be okayed by me. If you send it to me in email, don't expect me to change it unless I said it's okay. All right. So if you have any questions, reach out and hopefully I'll see some of you on Friday with that video conference. Okay. Good luck. Bye.